Alrighty, gentlemen, we left off last week on an exciting time where you were engaged in debate and discussion with a few small elven individuals. Upon scaring off 4 of the 5 individuals, you are now left with 1, and you're attempting to have them, or her, show you where the target of your quest is. What would you all like to do at this point?
Well,
Who has the best charisma?
I do.
Okay, that's probably...
Well, we have, if you can't take us to, Nilla, sir, could you take her a note for us?
Maybe.
Maybe. Is there something you want?
Have to think about that.
Hey, so, what happened several years ago? How did your mom die?
I wasn't there. Well, I guess I kind of was, but I wasn't there cognitively. That's when I was
Right.
born.
So some of the other kids lost their mom too, at the same time?
Uh-huh.
Was it a sickness, maybe, that you...
I don't know.
You haven't heard rumors?
No one wants to talk about it, and they all blame me for it, so they don't talk to me about it at all.
Well, at least they didn't blame me about it. That's good.
They all point their fingers at me and say that I'm horrible. I'm the only one who survived. I shouldn't be there. Theirs was more important or something or other. It's not nice. I don't like that they think it's my fault. When I was just born, I had nothing to do with it.
Well, it's not your fault.
It's not what they say.
Huh.
Grab Cookie and pull him to the side.
Right.
Well, if she's being tormented here, we could have her as an option to join us, possibly?
I don't know that the captain wants to take on kids.
Well, at least there's an offer of at least to move her. It's possible. It's worth a shot. I don't know. Or just an idea out there.
She's already magically talented.
Yes.
Very talented. Huh. I don't really know that I can offer her anything she can't do for herself.
It's a good question.
So, you don't seem particularly happy around here.
Would you?
Well, no, but we're kind of travelers. Do you want to hitch a ride somewhere else?
Do you have kids?
No. Not much kids in the army. Not much kids since I got on this boat traveling either.
Then why would I want to go with you? To just
Yeah,
hang out
there's
with a
kids
bunch
here.
of old people who don't do anything?
That's true. All I do is cook. I can cook you good food.
Cooking's good. But it's not exciting.
Yeah. I've been studying this weird book that teaches me magic.
That's
very
cool.
strange.
I don't need to study, I just do it.
Yeah. Some people are like that.
Yeah, they don't think that's a good thing here.
Why? The other kids can do little magic, can't they?
Yeah, but they're all studying really hard.
So magic comes naturally to you.
She's a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Born with magic. That's not too uncommon.
Well, that's
No,
kind of
no
cool.
one in my family was ever a caster, I was told. And that's what my dad said. So it's very strange that I get the ability.
Well,
'Cause
our
none of
captain
them were.
does magic out of his head.
That sounds funny.
It's very powerful. Scary man. Huh. Was there anything we could do for you? Or,
I don't know.
Would you-
I don't know what you can do.
I don't know.
I know what he can do. And she points at Yanovan.
Oh? Yeah? Well, all I can do is like heal and cast shields. Not very helpful. You don't appear hurt.
No, not really. If you were here when my mom got killed, then maybe that would have been good. But
I'm not. I can't.
Do you
help
look
that.
like your parents? That's what y'all wanted to know.
I think so. Except they said my hair is lighter. They said that mommy had the blackest, nicest hair.
Interesting.
And Daddy's hair looks like leather. It's very nice brown. And mine's really bright red.
Yep.
Noted.
If you guys remember last week, I did describe the fact that her hair looks like it's nearly on fire. It's, that vibrant red.
Uh-huh.
And it randomly seems to almost like lose weight and just like float up on its own.
Huh.
Have you ever made deal with kids before?
Nope.
You're showing that. Apparently the rest of you are too.
That's why I tried playing a game last week.
You actually did fairly well.
I give her one of my magic crystals.
The ones that absorb her energy? Or shock her?
No, it only shocks you. She's stronger than you are.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
You're giving her what?
I got out one of my magic rock crystals that I grind and...
Ah, one of those. Okay.
She knows what it is.
Yeah, she knows.
She knows everything.
You're gonna give it to her?
Yeah.
You,
But she
you hand
gave me my gun back, so...
You hand it to her, she's like,
everything.
you keep that. It wouldn't work well for me.
Is there, Is there any candy store around here? Toy shop?
There's a toy maker, but his shop is shut right now. He's off down the tree selling at another town.
Is there anything all the other children really want?
To be wizards.
Hmm.
In other words, you got them beaten.
All they want-
To you?
All they want is to make their parents happy. They don't really want to be wizards.
No, they want to be wizards because wizards often get hired onto their ships when they're older and can join the crews and fly out and see the galaxy and see all the parts of the tree, and yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Have you ever been on a ship?
No.
He
Daddy
thinks it'd
says
be boring.
they're dangerous and I need to be here for now so I can be safe.
Did you want to see a ship?
Sure.
Yeah, we can take you on the
Because
board.
we
the
can
ship.
give you a guided
Just
tour
a
of the
moment.
ship.
Just a moment. I pull the other two aside. As much as we want to get in her good graces, do you really think it's a good idea to put her on the ship?
Are you implying she's a loose cannon?
Yeah, she's pretty much. I mean, there is the captain,
Right.
but yeah, you might not take kindly to that.
Actually, on second thought, we might get in. I told the little girl we might get in trouble if we take you to the ship because our boss might not like it either. But
You
I
could
wouldn't
ask
be
him.
concerned- I wouldn't be concerned about our boss so much as the mother figure that told her not to do stuff that was wandering around.
Oh, she went away. She's not going to be back for a while.
Well,
Oh, we have this. We have a lazy elf on board. I don't really know why, but she's completely lame.
Elves shouldn't be lazy. That's not right.
She likes to hide and not do chores.
you gonna try and find her?
That means she needs a whooping.
I think she needs a
You see her
freezing.
crack her fingers, and you see like these two huge fire hands appear behind her head, and, like copy what her hands just did.
I could get behind this.
You gonna play some hide and go seek and go find her?
I can find everyone.
Let's take her back to the ship, guys.
That'd be kind of cool.
I
You want to
mean,
come? See the ship?
she probably wants to meet our captain, who's
Sure.
a crazy caster too. He probably wouldn't mind seeing someone who's so young and so proficient in the arts. I don't think we'll get in trouble for this.
until she sets the ship on fire.
That's
We'll
what water's for.
I don't say that out loud in front of the girl, by the way.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
All right. Well, head on down to the ship.
Okay. She starts following you, just skipping along happily.
I choose to not join them. I will go to and browse the market. I don't want any part of this. I'm gonna let them fall on their own sword.
Okay. So
Wow.
Cleoc heads off towards the market when you guys get back towards the docks. And she just keeps skipping along with you. You all start getting a lot of weird looks that this girl is walking along with you.
So I just rolled the die on the table for my stealth for me skirting work and hiding from having to do work.
Wow. So you really are hiding.
What did you roll?
Okay. Nat 20. You guys get towards
Plus
the ship.
5.
She's like, so, what ship is yours?
We point to, it is there, right?
Yeah, there was two of them. Yours is on one side, and then down the ways, a couple
Right
spots.
over there.
Oh, the one with 29 people on it.
You what? Wow.
Okay. Huh,
You
huh.
special.
I bet the kids don't like playing hide and go seek with you.
No, they don't want me to play. It's boring. They always get mad that I always know where they all are.
Huh. I don't think people appreciate you enough. Wow.
Have you ever tried to play the
That's
game
what Daddy says.
without using your abilities?
What do you mean? I didn't use any abilities.
You just know?
Yeah, it just seems right.
Like you didn't have to think, how many people are on that ship? There's 29 people on that ship.
No, you point to the ship, and that ship has 29 people on it.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Hmm.
How many people are in the city?
It keeps changing. So if I told you number, it would be wrong as I said it.
Okay.
Because people keep coming in and out.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that travel on the tree to all the different branches.
You are wow. Well, like to meet the captain? I think he'd like to meet you. Go on up, and if the captain isn't around, head to the captain's quarters.
Yeah. No, he's there up on
Okay.
the top talking with, of course, his first mate.
Hey, Captain.
Welcome back. What have you guys found so far? Any luck?
We
Is this our
found
charge?
no.
Oh.
We found someone she confided in, who knows where she went, but isn't allowed to tell us.
He sees the age and just immediately recognizes. He's like, yes, indeed.
And so, the people around here really don't appreciate this girl's talents. She knows, for instance, that there's 29 people on board ship.
He looks slightly, kind of like you see an eyebrow go up, like, sure, interesting. John,
Yes.
all of you, actually, except for Cleoc and Ryu, since they're not here, so the three of you, have never counted 29 people on this ship.
I'm sure that doesn't occur to me yet, but it will eventually.
Okay. He's like, how interesting. So how did you come by this knowledge? She's like, I just know. He's like, And so what did you all bring her back here for?
Oh, she's never seen a ship. I thought, we do her a favor, she does us a favor.
All right. Well, sure. You can take a look around. Just keep things in good order if you would.
Okay.
And where is that cohort of yours? The dodgy one who didn't join you all. She's still not showed up for her chores.
I don't know. Hey, you want to find her? It's an
Isn't
elf.
she playing hide and seek?
Probably just hide. Now it becomes seek.
There's only 3 elves on board, and they're all down below deck. One's the medic, it seems like, and one's sleeping. He has night duty, and the other one's talking to the medic.
How does she know he's night medic?
Huh. Okay. Well, let's go to the medic. Go down to low deck.
Do you guys see the elven cleric, who is the medic of the ship, in his medical bay, talking with one of the other crewmen and giving him a little potion? And that elf is walking out.
Huh.
So she didn't see the natural 20 belt.
Wow. That's interesting. You say there's no...
Is she a half elf? Or no?
Well, we had assumed she was an elf. I don't know that she... We ever asked?
Is she the only female on board?
Oh. Can you search for a girl?
Uh-huh. There's 2.
Two.
2?
One I can't quite put my eye on, and the other one is on the top of the main mast sleeping.
That would be where she would tend to be. But not an elf, huh? Okay.
What is she?
You want to go up there and wake her?
Ryu, did you want to roll perception to see if you hear what's going on down below?
Sure. Did it take that roll? Oh no, it was in the text box.
Spanky.
How did I do that? I did roll that, right? And
It kind of just flopped around. It didn't roll very well.
I hit
But
R
it did
twice.
move. No, I know. I could tell you hit R by the way it went. It just kind of wobbled back and forth and fell. Which was interesting.
Okay, so that would be I have a +0 to perception.
Okay. So you hear that your crewmates are back, and you hear the conversation that you've been found in the crow's nest.
Okay, I guess I'll slide down the rope. I assume that would be like a acrobatics.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, die. Don't fail me now.
1.
Did it roll better that time?
11.
Okay, so +3, so 14 on my acrobatics.
You get down. It's not the most stylish and impressive, but you make it down fairly well.
Hey, Sleepy.
You guys are back already? Wait, isn't she a bit young?
Well, no,
Nice hair.
For what?
we're just, talking to her and wondering why well, we thought you were an elf. Wanted to not see their elf city, but apparently she's just full of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You see she starts floating upside down and looking like getting right up in your face, poking at you. Interesting.
Hey, what is she, by the way?
Hey.
If she's not
Which
an elf,
one?
what is she?
Which one? Oh, that would have been obvious if I could have seen talking.
And then she floats back to her seat. Or, not her seat. Back to the deck and stands there. Interesting. So they don't know.
Very interesting.
You're going to have a lovely chat, I'm sure. I'm going to go check out the ship.
Wow.
What about the spanking you promised her?
Oh, she woke up. However, the captain is not particularly happy with you, Ryu.
And that's new?
I don't know. I'm looking at this and I just unlocked an achievement called Faithful. So, we're gonna keep going and show her the ship.
Cool.
This is the crow's nest. I don't really know how good it is because we fly in space, but there you have it.
It's a vantage point.
Yeah. And we go down. I cook over here for
Ooh.
all these people. Wait,
Wow.
you said 29?
Uh-huh.
And another girl.
Uh-huh.
I only cook for one girl, and I cook all the meals.
Yeah.
There is someone hidden on the ship. Well, I wonder if they pilot the ship.
I wonder if the captain's actually a girl.
Huh? Hey, I am not going to be the one to ask. But no. She said she couldn't put her eye on it. Magically shielded.
Right, and the captain is.
She knew
Anyhow.
where the captain was.
Wow.
Sorry. Oh.
Okay. Well, so after we show her the ship, like,
Cleok, the shop you probably went to were the ones nearby, so you probably hear some roaring laughter potentially from the ship. Or you're welcome to come back and take a look at how things are going if you want.
so how long have you known Nilasa?
Since I was little. She's been a good friend.
Has she treated you good?
Uh-huh.
Seems like most people don't treat you good.
She's like a big sister.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool.
She said that her mommy died then too, but she's not mean about it.
Yeah. So do you know anything about this diplomat thing she's supposed to do?
Yeah, her daddy works for the high-up guys, and they tried finding someone who would go to the dwarves, and then her mommy died, and he took the job because he was sad being here.
Oh, so he's going to the dwarves. But I thought
No, he's at
she's
the
supposed to
dwarves.
go to the dwarves.
Well, she's supposed to join him at some point.
Hmm.
Was
don't
she
you think
sad
you
about
should-
joining him?
Is what?
Was she sad about joining him?
I don't know. I think she was happy and sad at the same time.
Hmm.
She likes her daddy, but she likes home too.
Hmm.
Here's a question. Can you actually visit her if she left?
Probably, if I wanted to. Just it would make daddy sad.
Hmm.
Can you send her a message? Do you have that
Probably.
ability? Could you ask her if she'd like to meet up?
Maybe. I don't know how to write yet.
Oh. Huh. That's silly. You can fly. You disassemble a rifle, but you can't write. Priorities, girl. Priorities.
We can draw the symbols on the ground for her to copy.
Why do I need to write?
Can you transmit thoughts?
Maybe. Sometimes. Daddy says I need to be home for dinner in an hour.
Okay.
Your daddy sounds boring.
Roll a
Hey,
dex save.
don't insult someone's daddy.
Roll a dex
You're in
save.
trouble.
Kitty, kitty, kitty!
That's not good enough.
14.
$32 damage. You just engulfed in flames.
Whoa!
I'd like to think that I returned to the ship just in time to see this.
Yes, Clea, you're walking up on board and you see all of a sudden Rio bursts into flames as the little girl screams at her, "Don't insult my daddy!" And just,
I think I'm unconscious.
yeah.
Quick, toss him! Quick!
I toss him overboard into the water.
There is no water. Remember, you're floating.
Guys,
I toss him overboard onto the...
he's dying. Get away from him. Cast healing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What did I tell
What do you need for, what dice do you need?
Give me D6s.
Did you just kill him?
How many do you need?
Well, 4.
What'd you do?
Hindsight, if I know how your magic system works well enough, maybe you could have used a smaller healing spell.
Okay. You have gained 13 hit points back. And that D20. Actually, yeah. I rolled that.
Rio blinks her eyes and goes, "Ow!"
John,
What?
you rolled a 1.
I know, that's fine. Strictly speaking.
Strictly speaking.
What was the 24?
It was part of that.
Or his
As far as the
grasp?
healing?
He has a sharp
No.
wild magic.
It wasn't healing.
So, I don't have that handy. What transpires on that?
Coming. It has to load in. Okay.
Very good.
So Oh, hey! That's a good one. It heals, 10 more points to everyone within 30 feet.
So,
Okay.
burst of healing flies out from Cookie and everyone.
I
would like to
I feel
note that...
much better now.
Never mind.
Cookie?
You'd like to what, Yonovan?
Well, before you healed, and as the guy took damage, some annoying person said, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." I'm just saying, before the healing was cast, that was done. So the effects of the healing should counteract.
Actually, strangely, the cat doesn't show up.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, that's weird.
What's weird?
Usually when you say that, he screams.
She's a retardant.
Maybe she's your lucky.
I mean, if I don't catch fire, perhaps.
So, what are the other crew members on the ship reaction to this?
They're all turned, staring horrified at the fact that they just watched someone get burnt to death.
And then resurrected.
Yes.
Okay.
However,
don't
Ryu,
insult.
upon falling unconscious, what exactly transpires?
Don't I have to roll for that?
I believe so. You have your racial info there, so.
Yeah, pretty sure that. Let's see. She just, it kind of looks as though like all of the details get kind of blurry, kind of like as if she was made of clay or something. And then when she's healed, it all comes back to normal.
A doppelganger? Changeling?
Whoa. You are not an elf. Huh.
Did I ever say I was? You thought I was one of those boring?
Well, you
then I hold my
are
tongue.
boring.
This is... Well, this has been going like I expected.
What?
You expected this?
Is there no trust?
I expected somebody to get set on fire or something.
Cookie walks away in disgust. Well, hey, you have to be home in an hour. Is there, So...
What he means is, it's probably not good if you just set people on fire in public.
Yeah, that's...
I didn't mean to. She insulted Daddy.
Okay, but... You would have killed her.
I didn't mean to. I can't control it.
Oh.
It's okay, little girl, but I'm sorry I insulted your father.
Her hair starts seeming like it's getting warmer and lifting a bit.
Well, don't worry. And I point to Cookie. He can't control his magic either.
She cocks her head to the side and is like, "Really? He seemed to do okay."
I didn't mean to do that extra healing. Yay!
You got lucky.
Well, at least yours doesn't hurt.
That time!
Yeah, about that.
That was the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
Oh!
And
But sometimes it does hurt.
a lot.
They don't let me practice on board the ship.
Anymore.
Nothing like being woken up from some healing.
We don't always let Yonovan practice on the ship either.
Okay, Cookie,
Scratch,
grabs
scratch.
some paper and writes out a note to Nelasa, We're here on behalf of your father to transport you. But your friend here won't. We know her name, right? What's her name?
I don't think we've asked.
I thought I had it written down and it told you guys. Let me look here. Here it is. Give me just a moment. You want it in Discord chat?
Sure. That helps.
Yeah, you can copy paste that in and out of there.
That's why I thought it would work better, because I noticed you couldn't in the game app.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so now then we here doesn't trust us. Hopefully she'll deliver this note to you, and you can come find us. We're at dock. And I hand this to Nelenwi. Hey, so maybe you could give her this note?
Okay.
Thanks. It's nice to meet you.
You too. Maybe we can play some more tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, he still wants to play tag sometime.
Okay.
And Rita likes being frozen.
She's like, I
Not-
don't freeze people.
Ah, yeah. You were the one who thought me. That was
You
interesting.
still feel like you're burning inside a little bit, Cookie.
Yeah. Well, I did get healing, but yeah.
You did. It's not that you're actually burning, but you still feel that, like, you feel like someone embedded a coal inside you, and it's still hot.
Ouch.
I would ask how she did it, but I don't think she knows. You are a special girl. You're gonna grow up to be, I don't know,
Powerful.
something amazing.
Thanks.
Don't let these people get you down.
Okay. You see, as you're talking, her hand flares up, and the letter just gets burnt to nothing. Disappears in flame.
Well, that letter's not gonna work.
Okay, Spike.
Okay. I gotta go home. Tag, you're it. Cleok, you feel a poke. And, you burst of heat as, like, flames just flare up in front of you, and the little girl's gone.
The letter got smoked. Damn.
Well, it might not matter. If she actually goes to meet her, that's probably enough.
Oh, man.
Hey, you want to go catch her, or is she gone?
She's gone,
She
probably.
disappeared in a puff of smoke, like, not smoke, fire. Like, Cleok felt a heat wave and had to basically block his face from the heat, but it wasn't enough to damage him. But
Oh yeah, I've
it was
seen that
just
before.
poof of flame, and she's gone.
Warlocks can do something like that.
Yeah. So she's,
But hers isn't
Where's
green.
this child from?
Hers isn't green?
Your Warlock's very special, Nate.
I know. But I know that's one of the ones you're thinking of.
Uh-huh.
Wait, which warlock are you talking about?
For the
It's
record,
not
I do
important.
not attempt to find her.
Unless you can teleport freely, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, you literally look down after you got poked and you see her smile and just disappear in flame.
I also don't know where everyone in the town is like her, even though my character doesn't know that.
Well, I'm just glad we didn't meet her, like, as an adult, because, wow, that'd be one scary lady.
Captain Emrakul comes down to you all and is like, where did you meet this girl? What are you doing with her?
Cookie gives a quick accounting that, we went up, guided to Nalasa's house and spoke with the neighbor and said that she'd been gone for a week. And so instead of, breaking into her house and getting the city on our backs, we thought we'd go retrace her steps and try to find someone she talked to. And she talked to these children, this little one among them. Thunder cannon there. Thought it'd be a smart idea to shoot it off.
There was no round fired. It's a big boom.
It scared
All but that one who disassembled it and almost shot it at him.
Loaded it
with what
magically.
bullet?
She's
But how does she know
very-
how to do that? That's a new type of item around here. I've not seen them. How would she know how it works?
She sucked it out of his mind.
That wasn't pleasant.
Oh.
That's what we're guessing.
I'm gonna guess, yeah.
Oh, Ryu, I forgot to have you do an int save, by the way.
Oh, do I need to do it now, I guess?
Yeah. Unless you want to just automatically fail.
Wait. So, that would be a 21.
You have a headache.
Yeah, I figured.
That's what happened.
She knows more about me than I know about me.
Well, she knows more about you than we know about you, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you guys never asked.
Well, how about you start telling?
Wait, was that in character?
Yes!
Yes.
Exactly.
Unless otherwise stated. Absolutely.
It's a
I'm
little
gonna go
bit
get
rude
dog.
to ask, are you really an elf? Are you? Are you even a woman? I don't know!
Actually, we do because she told us. Anyhow.
She told us she's a woman?
Yeah.
I just said,
Yes.
I am a woman.
No.
Not obvious
The
to
little-
you.
The little one told
Cookie.
us she was a woman. Because
Oh,
we
okay.
couldn't find her when we looked for elves. We found her when we looked for girls. So,
Cookie, people are staring.
I don't know anything anymore. Cookie's confused.
Go back and study your healing book
He
again,
attacked
please.
himself in
Cookie.
his confusion.
Cookie, do you have anything for headaches?
Get it, cat?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Beautiful.
Cats are good because they're nice and purry, though, aren't they?
I mean, if I keep trying healing, something might work.
Anvil!
I moved 30 feet away from Cookie. 31.
I think I stepped back away from Cookie as well. No, I'm good.
What else is in your book, Cookie?
I don't know yet.
Besides the healing, what have you read?
Well, no, seriously. The only things I can figure out is how to put up a shield and how to heal people.
Shield, huh?
Yeah,
How big of a shield?
I don't know. It hasn't come up.
Enough to cover a person or group?
A person?
Huh.
Oh yeah, and I can make it reach farther or apply to a lot of people. I can exclude someone I don't want to affect.
Oh! Okay.
What?
Okay. Okay. We're not having having a Twilight moment here, dude. Come on.
So what time of day is it?
What time of day is it?
It's evening.
Well, I suggest that we wait till tomorrow if she doesn't come back before then. And then if she still doesn't come back by morning, go back to
Where she
I have
was?
her names down our charges house where we met the children yesterday or today. Let's see if we can find them then.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I don't see anything else we could do.
Okay, so you guys are taking a break for the evening.
And we will. Since no one has actually asked, Rio, what are you?
I don't know. A lot of my memories are really, really hazy. I'm just me, I guess.
I want to insight check that. I believe you.
I would roll an opposing check, but
Typical bird brain. Please roll an opposing check. There's a chance.
no, I'm pretty sure my charisma is higher than his.
He also might not be lying.
That might also be true.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
It doesn't matter unless
If I'm
someone else
lying, you
wants
can't
to.
tell. If I'm telling the truth, you can't tell.
Ooh, I can tell.
Which of your characters was that?
Me.
I'm glad no one else can hear you. Wait. Since when are there voices in my head? That wasn't on my character sheet.
You gained a madness trait when you went down.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll just pretend that I didn't notice then. Don't want them thinking I'm crazy.
Well, you're talking to the voice in
Who
your
is
head
he
right
talking
now, so
to?
they kind of know.
Exactly.
Dang it!
Talking to someone out loud. Who? Is he talking
All
to someone
right.
else again?
So I'm assuming didn't actually gain any sort of madness trait.
No, just having fun.
That's what I thought. But we did state about 15 minutes ago that everything was in character unless stated otherwise.
That is true.
He stated, though, that the character was him, so therefore it must have been out of character.
No. He is the god in this universe, and you're talking
It could
to
have been
someone
the
that
little
we
girl.
can't see.
Could have been the little
Very
girl
true.
sending you a message. But anyway.
All right, so gentlemen, you take your rest for the evening. Cookie prepares a meal as normal. And, Yanavan, as you're heading off, Kleok, you notice, because you usually seem to be keeping an eye on him, that he gets called over to Emrakul.
Oh boy.
Yanavan,
I choose to not eavesdrop.
we need to have a quick talk. We got some complaints from the portmen about an explosion scaring people in one of the districts. You wouldn't happen to know what happened there, would you?
I mean, it wasn't an explosion, but it was controlled.
Yeah. You might
I mean,
want to
we
keep
told you about
tabs
that.
on that and be careful. A lot of people aren't used to these things and can be easily disturbed by them. Now, for enemies, don't get me wrong, have at it, have fun. But when we're in more civilized areas, maybe try to be a little bit more reserved with some of that.
Noted.
All right, you have a good evening. Rio. Gary comes up to you and puts a hand on your shoulder. Very firm, heavy hand on your shoulder. Rio, do we need to talk about how things work on this ship again?
Look, you need something killed, you get me. If you need something swabbed, try Cookie.
And while Cookie's off working, if you're sticking around the ship not helping out with theirs, then you're helping out with ours. So, we'll let you make a decision on what you'd like to do tomorrow. And I hope that you can make the right decision. It's basically this big gorilla grinning in your face. You could pretty much almost stick your whole head in his mouth.
All right.
Ew, gorilla breath.
Well, he does weigh nearly 300 pounds and is over 7 feet tall.
So what's the opposed check to intimidation?
You want to cry?
I shout over my shoulder, she's also not an elf.
I think they knew that.
The next morning you all get up, have your breakfast, get different chores assigned. Just some ship maintenance around the deck while Cookie cooks that you guys, can keep active and help keep the ship in good order. So each of you can kind of pick a certain tasks that you feel more inclined to assist with if you'd like. Maintenance roles, as it were.
Well, I've got men, so I'll go fix shit.
I suppose if I must,
I
Cleoc
don't think you want... Go ahead.
Cleoc would be suited to examine the outer hull.
Since it's flying, it's probably a good idea. Excellent choice.
I don't think you want Rio trying to fix things, just a thought.
No, but Cookie always needs help cleaning dishes.
Always need help. Scraping potatoes. Scraping potatoes. Me too.
And on most days, I'm helping you out, Cookie.
Yep.
I guess I'll help Cookie out, but only if I get to sample things as they're being cooked.
Oh, sure.
That's up to the person in charge of the task.
As long as it's clean, you don't get your germs in any crap. Mine. Plenty of spoons. You can wash them when you're done.
That makes more work for me.
True. But it's tasty. Tasty's worth the work. Because it's good cheer. Oh. Hey, we could crack open your wine and drink it all. Or you might get the money back. Probably want your money back. We'll try
Wait,
to
I
sell
wasn't
it with
supposed to be
rewards.
drinking it?
Well, if you want to be drinking it, just mark off how much you've drunk.
And the interest on it, too.
There's no interest.
Are you sure?
Yep. There's no interest on wine. Wine is just there. We'll sell it for what we can sell it for, and that's what we'll get.
And since he paid for it, right to choose.
Oh, it's just fine.
All right, so as you all finish your breakfast and get all set after your tasks, you may begin your search in which manner you would like.
I was really hoping that she would come to us.
The DM says, no.
I'd like to go back to her house. Having gone there once, we should be able to navigate there.
I
Okay.
agree.
Who all is going to go?
Well,
Clear's
since
going.
Gary made it clear that Rio had to work if she stayed behind, she will brave the elven landscape, searching for the interesting girl.
Why, thank you for joining us.
It was that or swab the deck. Ugh.
With the toothbrush?
Captain Smart.
We should thank him later.
Okay. Head on. Not all that far from the docks. It's just kind of windy.
Roll a perception check, whoever's in the lead.
Okay. Yay! That's 18.
On your way there, you see this open area
Or
that you saw
20.
yesterday was kind of vacant. Now has a bunch of tents and stuff in there, like there's a little festival or flea market or something like that there. Kind of like a Ren Fair type thing going on.
Huh.
And as you
Ooh,
look
a
over
festival.
there,
That looks fun.
you see a certain color hair that is very unseen in this area go past into one of the tents, along with a
Oh.
larger figure.
Hey. Follow.
Yeah? Woohoo.
Go over there.
Good
They're
idea.
always over there.
Hey, little girl.
I follow but keep my distance.
You don't want to be caught in the blast?
No.
What? You don't have
Oh.
you don't have 30 plus health?
None of us have
No.
30 plus health.
If you remember,
mean-
we're still level 3.
I won't be
I was
dead, but
Sarcastic.
not double my health, but still.
Right.
Well,
Alright.
Corky can heal.
So
Maybe,
you guys
kind
head
of.
in there. You see there's all sorts of interesting knickknacks and random little items. It's certainly a festival, carnival type sort of thing.
This is neat. Look
Are
around
there-
for the spiky red hair.
It's not spiky. It's more
Sorry.
flowing and doesn't always necessarily follow gravitational dictates and fall straight down.
Mm-hmm.
Are there fun carnival games around, or are they all just boring elven stuff?
To you, it's probably all elven boring stuff because they're all elven games. However, they seem to be enjoying themselves quite well.
You think that's fun?
There's different cantrip contests, there's archery contests, there's some dueling.
Archery contests?
Some
I
other...
think you want to go into the cantrip contest there, buddy.
Yeah, it might be interesting.
Well,
The only
what's the
thing-
dueling?
Swords.
Right, but what is it? Is it just sparring or what?
Yes. Basically a mock combat, seeing who wins. Kind of like a martial arts display or any other event of that sort of martial prowess test.
Rio's gonna watch for a minute and see if she could win.
Well, you see this one guy seems to be moving about quicker than your eyes are able to keep an eye on, and darts behind the people and tends to usually wind up winning, and currently seems to be the favored choice for who will win the games.
This is martial arts.
No, it's swordplay.
Sweet.
He seems to disappear and appear behind people, and no one's yet been able to deflect him at the right angle. seems to do it quite often, too.
Fireball!
Cleok examined the archery contest just to see how his meager little bit of practice on the ship would compare.
The archery contest seems to be for the younger crowd, and being held by an individual who seems to have had a few years under his belt. However, the assortment of bows he has behind him make you think that he knows a thing or two about bows.
Hey, Cleok, if they go by age, you're probably the youngest one here.
You know, he's right. Elven children are
90
older
is an
than they
adult.
look.
Right?
I turned my head and raised an eyebrow if I had one, but I think I'll just turn my head and stare at
You
them.
know, Rio, you could probably make yourself look younger and blend in.
I tried that. I can't.
Why not?
Can you make yourself look older?
I can't. I don't know why.
Ooh. Okay.
Out of character, Rio should introduce herself to makeup. That's generally how people make themselves look younger.
She glares at him, and she just doesn't know why.
So I'm looking around for this girl. Where is she?
Roll a perception. See if you can keep tabs on her. Yeah, you're not sure where she got off to. You look in the tent that you saw her ducking into that you thought it was the right one, and you don't see her in there.
Well, they appear to be, interested in the combat. I just continue to look for the girl. She was here. I know she was here.
As you're going down, John, you've kind of been separated now from the others, Cookie. This little individual comes up to you. Hey, sir, how much money you got?
That's not a very nice question.
That's okay. How much money you got?
I have enough. I'm a cook on a ship. We get by.
So, you have 50 gold?
No.
Can you get 50 gold?
Probably not. That's a lot of gold.
You should be able to get 50 gold.
What do you have in mind?
A book.
Oh. Okay. I like books.
I found this book, and I want money so I can apprenticeship with a wizard, but I gotta have the money.
Okay. Can I see a book?
Uh-huh.
You have it?
He pulls this book out. It's this, it looks like this book is older than the universe itself. It seems like it's in real rough shape.
Wow.
More because of how old it is, not necessarily because it's been treated badly.
Examine the book.
He unravels the cloth around it so you can actually see the book. So he obviously has been taking good care of it too.
Oh.
I found this in the basement of the forbidden house, and so I asked if I could keep it to sell it, and Dad said I could. So now I'm trying to make money so I can get my apprenticeship.
Well, you know what? I think you should get your apprenticeship. I think that's very important. I like old books. I have another old book. Hey, I don't have gold, but do you know credit slips?
Yes, that's what the blue giants have at the banks up the tree.
Yeah, the very scary man.
It's
Wow.
not scary, they're just big. They
Oh,
do
well,
lots of magic.
yeah. Hands out 2 20s and a 10 for the credit slips.
Thank you, sir. He runs off, leaving you with a dusty tome in your hands. and a piece of cloth.
Cool. Pockets this because it's going to be very important later.
Did you at least get the title of the book? Out of character.
Out of character. It's
Yeah,
obviously part of my class.
Well, did you at least get the title of the book?
No,
Or he
it's
got
gonna take.
Which one's
It may not
magic?
even have a title anymore. But it's taken well care of, and I'll have to study it later.
In a language you can read.
And you could have been like the history of Narnia.
I mean, hey, he's a good fella. Probably. I was more concerned that he was trying to, rob me.
This the first time you've been fleeced, John?
Oh, John's been fleeced before. But Cookie!
Maybe Cookie's first time.
Okay, so I continue searching for the girl.
All right. Well, Cookie is off searching for the girl. What are the rest of you doing?
If I've determined I can't win at the sword fighting and I can't learn anything from watching them fight, I'm going to move on and look around. I'm going to glance at the cantrip contest, but it doesn't seem that interesting.
It seems like a bunch of apprentices are testing their cantrips to see who's learned the most this year, basically.
Yep, not interested. I keep moving on. Do I see anything else interesting, or do I need to roll?
Roll an investigation.
There's a whole bunch of oddities around.
Here, should I just shake the dice before rolling, and it keeps coming up the same number?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So investigation is 18.
Okay. Is there anything particular you're looking for, or just interesting things?
Interesting, fun, exciting combat.
Okay. You see one that lists the Fendi of many faces. There's one that is Glacera, the reader. Erwin, the magician. Procurer of magical oddities. So there's all sorts of interesting tents with all sorts of interesting labels. There's blacksmithing.
I'm going to go look at the magical oddities. That worked out pretty well for me last time.
Okay.
But I don't have any money right now. It's all wine. I'll have to see if they barter wine.
Okay. In there you see this elderly lady. She has a robe on, just in a rocking chair, sitting there, rocking back and forth. On her lap, a small dragon-like entity, curled up, just being pet.
Oh, that's cute. Where'd you get him?
Where all such things are found.
In the market?
You could say that.
Diablo 3.
I would say elsewhere.
I'm going to peruse the shelves or the whatever is displaying the oddities.
Okay.
10 investigation.
You find a number of different tomes on various topics. You find a number of interesting gems and scrolls. Just a number of different magical accoutrements. Anything particular?
Not interested in the scrolls or books. Probably the gems or whatever other magical oddities.
Okay. Is there particular gems you're interested in, or you just want to see what they are?
I was just gonna glance around and see if they had anything really interesting.
Okay. The gems all seem to have different things kind of like in the middle of them.
Hmm. Can you explain these gems? What do they do?
They're interesting oddities I've created that provide those with less arcane talents of having minor arcane tricks to carry along with them.
Ah. Yeah, don't really need that. Thank you, though. Bye.
Have a nice day. Cleok, Talon, Yanaven.
Cleok would discuss archery with the guy running the archery booth, but would probably not spend too much time there and start looking for the girl.
Okay. What kind of thing did you want to talk to him about?
Just, tips or comparison on techniques or something to maybe could pick up that, would, make him better at archery. I know that he's not going to get like any sort of boost out of it, but, just try and increase his knowledge on the art.
You aim for the middle.
Okay. As you're talking to him, he's like, you seem to be very interested in this archery. If you have 15 gold on you, I have a particularly interesting tome that you may be interested in.
Oh. What kind of tome?
It's a tome detailing all sorts of wonderful archery techniques and details.
Can I take a quick glance at it?
Certainly. It's very finely crafted. You see that the author of the book is himself, as he has introduced himself to you.
If I can, I would open it up and skim a few pages.
Okay. It's you flip it open, it says Danor's incredible archery techniques. And it talks about how he's collected and devised methods of, details on archery from longbows, short bows, great bows, crossbows, even ballista and very large bow objects. Different techniques on how to ensure you have proper arrows, proper care of them. Basically a book on ranged string weapons. It's quite lengthy book.
Interesting.
Separated into categories based on which weapon you'd like to look at.
$15 gold, you say?
Indeed. For life's work, I feel that's kind of a steal. But hey, I like sharing what I've learned.
I'd like, out of character, I'd like to think that most books aren't this expensive.
Your average book goes for like 5 gold, though.
Yep.
Is it 5 gold for the average book?
A lot of them.
Some reason I was
and this one is a
lot.
few books basically combined, so it's not exactly...
In that case, Cleok would, assuming that he takes script, he would put your...
Indeed, mark 15 script off. Cleok, you might want to write this on your page. For every day that you have a long rest that you've spent studying it for the next 24 hours, you can have +1 on your archery. Requires you to study the section of the stringed range device you plan to use. So in your case, probably your longbow, I believe, is what you said you had.
And that's 2 just to hit?
Yeah. Nothing too crazy, but definitely is a nice little boon.
And that's only for the day after I study the book.
Yep. So you have 24 hours after you finish a long rest. If you spent at least an hour during that long rest studying the book, you then have 24 hours that you get +1. It's basically reminding yourself of different tips and tricks on how to take care of your bow, treat your bow right, how to deal with different environmental factors when you're shooting your bow.
Okay.
So basically, that's why it gives you that bonus to hit, because it's kind of reminding you and giving you tips and tricks on how to use it.
Sleight of hand check to steal the book from him.
You're up next to know where you're even at, because he kind of went off towards the archery. Well, Cookie went off down another way, and Ryu went off to another direction.
Wasn't Cookie going inside of a tent or something?
He did. And then he went out the back side of the tent and traveled on.
Well, after Waze was sitting there standing at the tent.
You probably looked into the tent and saw him
Yeah.
head out the back, so you'd be able to follow him if you wanted to follow Cookie.
I'll follow Cookie around for a bit.
Okay.
Because I want to see if we spot the other girl. I'll try and keep it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, you pause for a minute when you see some smithing tools and smithing shop. And when you look back towards Cookie, you see this little kid running off from him, and him holding this piece of cloth with this like really old book.
Buy another book. His books are going to get us killed. Ugh. Well,
Feel free to roll a
Archer's-
perception check as well.
Sure. Head.
All right. And Talon, what are you doing during this? Or were you going to say anything else, Yanovan?
Well, you said there's smithing tools, but
Yes.
archery's not going to help me much. I'm kind of in a different realm, so I might chat up the guy that has smithing tools.
Okay.
But
So, Cookie, you look back and you see Yanovan's paused at the shop, tent of a smith.
I might show off my craftsmanship on several of my items.
I'd probably hit they're shooting their spell area for a while. See if there's any new ones in there.
That spell area that I mentioned was a bunch of young apprentices practicing the different cantrips they've learned from their masters.
Yeah.
Showing off.
I'm just seeing a few different spells. Probably spend a little bit of time there. Probably head to the archery for a bit, and then...
There's all sorts of cantrips that you've never seen before being displayed.
And then I'll probably just wander about, see if I can find any magic books so I can learn more spells.
Okay, you'll have to roll an investigation to find what sort of magical stalls you can find.
Probably gonna suck.
You just what?
14.
Okay. Anything particular you're trying to find, or just look around at what they have for magic shops?
I'm just looking around.
Okay. You see Rio coming out of one, and the other ones I mentioned to Rio you would find as well. You find Huddley's magical decor. You find Elredale's magical supply. And that's it.
Huh.
Just different number of magical knick-knack shops and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll probably just walk in and browse a while.
Okay. Yanavan, the guys that you're at, you see on it says Anos' Anvil.
Uh-huh.
For an elf, this guy is a lot more muscular than any elf you've seen. He's quite... He almost looks like he should be part dwarf in your mind with how big he is.
Using my full 10 charisma, I'm going to stick my foot in my mouth. Wow! You could be a dwarf with those muscles.
Why would I want to be a dwarf?
So you could be strong like me.
He turns around and you see he has tusks.
So he doesn't work, half work.
He's like, my mother was an orc and my father was an elf. You want to say something about a dwarf? No, thank you. But you're welcome to be one.
So he was abnormally tall.
Yeah, he was actually slunched over. He now stands up full height, and you see he is certainly taking after the orc side of his family for his size, but the elf side of his family for the skin tone. And his features are a lot more soft than you would expect from orc heritage. He smashes his hands together. He's like, "What can I do you for?" Like you hear him like crack his back. It sounds like he hit the anvil or something.
Well, looks like we're both a bit of outsiders here.
I go where I can make some money.
I
Unlike
got the
most
feeling.
others of the stronger kin, I'm at least halfway accepted here, given half my ancestry. So what can I do for you? What are you looking for?
What do you have? I typically make my own stuff, but I figured I'd stop in at a craftsman's shop.
Most tools that work with metallurgy, and some that most people don't understand how they could.
I'd like to see the ones that most people don't understand how to use.
He brings out this glass jar and sets it on. Here's one of the oddest, and most people don't understand why I would keep around. It looks like a big beaker.
Do I know what it is from my knowledge?
No.
Rude.
You wanna wager a guess on what you think it can do? Since you say you are a student of the metallic arts.
Does it have any liquid in it, or just look like...
Nope. Completely empty right now.
Prevent a trip to the bushes?
You feel a large, heavy hand hit you on the back as he laughs. He's like, no, you crazy dwarf. Why would I want to do that?
To save a trip. I had no reason.
Just take a leak on the forge and keep on going.
Oh, that smells bad. My forge is in a ship, and it's typically frowned upon for the smell.
Mine's usually on my back. When I'm not unpacked and selling.
What other crazy? So, what does this thing do, if you do not mind? I see it can hold liquids, but I normally dunk my things in liquids rather than pouring them on.
Well, why don't you select a metal that is particularly difficult to work with, and then you can tell me if this piece of glass has any value to you. What kind of metal do you want to acquire? He has all sorts of metals that you can think of in his shop.
Right. John, what was your previous creature made of?
Well, technically, he was made out of something you can't ever get, but most classically, you're going to talk about mithril or adamantium.
Okay.
Those are the metals that are noteworthy for manufacturing most things.
Does he have those in the shop, or does, if not,
Does.
platinum? Those are expensive.
They are.
I look around the shop and I drift over to the metal selection and just kind of enjoy the different textures of the various metals while I'm looking at them.
You notice
Trying not to be too excited.
You notice none of them are in ingots either. They're all raw,
Oh,
like freshly harvested.
you know how to get a dwarf excited. I pick up a mithril ingot. Not ingot, raw.
Yep.
And carry it over to him. My hands cupped together, just staring at it as I walk over to him.
He gingerly plucks it up from your hands and is like, and how hard is it to process this?
I've only gotten to work with platinum.
You know that with any sort of metallurgy, you tend to lose some of the material during processing it into an ingot.
Well, yeah, of course, you get all the impurities out.
Right. He's like, well, I don't like wasting my materials, so I use this lovely invention that my father taught me. He places it on the bottle, and the bottle all of a sudden changes color to this, like, really bright red. And you see the bottom of the ingot start dripping into the flask.
Oh, so you're an
Until
alchemist.
the whole ingot is gone, or the whole chunk of ore is gone, and it's liquid inside the flask.
Well, that looks time-saving.
He then tips the flask upside down, like he's pouring it on the floor, and it comes out as a bar.
Damn.
He then holds it and turns the flask back upright, and it looks like just a normal...
Well, that there's cheating.
What you call cheating, Mr. Dwarf, I call being resourceful.
Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it.
He probably won't sell that.
Depends on how much you can offer. Certainly won't be cheap. Yanovin's probably sitting there totally infatuated with it right now.
and thinking of how much time did it take me to build my last gun.
Right?
Hey, can you get the captain to upgrade
Upgrade the.
the forge with it? Sorry, my son was screaming in the background. Get him to pay for some of the costs.
And then he would keep
This is
it.
an out of character suggestion.
It might actually be able to store the coal or.
I wipe the not drool and ask him. So what other crazy things do you have?
Well, come back here, and you must promise me you will not mention what you see in this room to anyone.
I mean, sure, you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
You go into this back room, you see a bunch of small creatures that look kind of roundish that have this long black hair. A few of them have short hair, though. He's like, you remember that mithril bar out there, right?
Yep.
Well, I find it's always better to find other means of acquiring materials than just the standard means. He takes that bar and quickly fashions some crude scissors from it. He then cuts the hair of one of these little critters, and you see it turns color, and he hands it to you. Look at this. You see that the hair has been turned into pure mithril. These little fellows I made friends with, and they allow me to cut their hair from time to time in exchange for feeding them and protecting them.
Where did you find these? You have a bank maker right here. Why do you have to travel? You have all the money you could ever want right here.
Why not travel? It's fun. Find new techniques, find new things to do, find new things to make. Why limit your focus and your skill when you can expound it?
do you need a traveling companion?
Do you think these fellows are born?
Jonathan's gonna ditch us.
I mean,
Besides, I think your companions need you more than I would. And I have these companions.
but they have no appreciation for the things I make. They're just afraid I'm going to blow something up.
You could teach them.
I get out my thunder cannon and show it to him.
Indeed. Very nice. He swaps the front of the barrel. He's like, alternate means of mechanism? Very nice. What resource did you find that permits you to have an alternate form of propellant?
Well, on one of our previous spheres we went to, we're inside this cavern area, and I noticed that when I fired, the crystals that were in the area seemed to vibrate at a certain resonance with as I fired, and I figured they would work instead of the powders. They have a similar could use this resonance.
Interesting. Now see, that's an example of why you don't quit traveling. If you hadn't been traveling, would you have ever found that?
No, but I almost died on that trip.
But was it worth it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's like, my personal crafted beauty is this. He stretches his hand out, and you see like you hear like a tear in your head. Like it's just gives you a headache, and you see like a rip of black space opens where his hand is, and he pulls forth a great sword. I used this spell that my father had and turned it into a more permanent weapon.
Interesting.
It's a solid black greatsword.
Oh,
I've heard of that.
do I feel magical essence from it?
There's enough magical essence coming from it that you want to wet your pants.
Huh.
Essentially...
Is it oblivious?
No. Not exactly. It's a 9th level spell that's been made permanent.
Oh.
That's so you can understand what level of magic you're looking at.
Out of character, don't touch that.
Just because it wants my soul doesn't mean it's not worth having.
It's not what any of you are thinking.
No,
But it's close to
fine.
what a few of you are thinking.
Oh.
Bring on the soulstone.
Well, I've been doing some research on a few other books and such, as Cookie can attest. And one of them had a very interesting 9th level spell that I just described.
Do you have any books I could buy from you to learn your ways?
You hear him start just roaring with laughter. Books, books. No, I don't have books.
You obviously have skills I wish to acquire, and creatures I'd like to know where they're from.
They're from the plane of Earth.
It's a funny name for a sphere.
It's not a sphere.
Earth is in the element. Out of character.
The elemental plane of Earth, yes. They're a type of small Earth elemental.
How many does he have?
He has about a dozen.
You're gonna try to steal one.
Oh,
Damn
no.
it.
I get the feeling if he does try and steal one,
We're all
he might
dead.
have another character rolled up.
No, I was just thinking of... I'm just wondering if you'd be willing to sell one, or...
Rock smash!
He said he made friends with them, so they're... I don't know how sentient they are. If they're just a creature.
One responds to you in Dwarvish. You foolish, this our friend.
Well, that answers that question.
Then a few of them start chuckling, and it sounds like basically rocks grinding together. to which Anos responds to them in kind. I have a feeling you don't speak the language of the plane of Earth.
I've been to a great many places, but that's not one of them. So aside from showing off your special friends and immense skill and special devices, is there any of these devices you have multiples of and would be willing to part with?
Oh, I have all sorts of lovely hammers that can be used to bludgeon even the hardest metals into submission. I have a number of devices that can heat beyond normal means, allowing you to make those metals more pliable. What sort of thing are you needing? I mean, the first one I showed you was for sale. Just
The
not
glass.
cheap.
Gunpowder.
Well,
My father made a small one. I made myself a much larger one.
Wait, that means he has two.
it does mean he has to. So, a couple things. I'm very interested in the glass, but as far as my personal creations I wish to make, I'm wishing to miniaturize this monstrous cannon to for when we're closer combat,
Interesting.
and make it easier or faster to reload. So I might need some more precision hammers than what I have currently. But that glass melter would be immensely useful. I wouldn't have to worry about spending hours refining my ore.
That's precisely why my father assisted me in it. He was a great mage. Mother, she mostly bashed skulls in. Needless to say, they had a very profitable shop.
I can imagine.
They had the least theft in town of anyone.
Theft punch.
Theft, dinner, whatever.
Yeah,
I will
dang.
admit that they did successfully get stolen from once, but they could never find the other half of the guy afterwards.
Which half?
Yes.
How was dinner that night?
A bit gamey.
Huh. So, are you interested in money or a trade for this masterful invention?
I would trade you the flask for said invention and some of the alternate materials that you, in their raw form, that you were able to acquire.
So, I've made these for people before. It's never turned out well for me. Um, how long are you in town here?
Till I feel the call to move on.
I'm gonna need to consult with my companions before I give you an answer for that.
Very well.
I walk out the door. I act like I'm talking to someone, and then I come back inside and hand him the gun.
And some of your crystals and the means of how, if you can talk me through your means of processing it into powder.
I am an open book.
Okay.
I give him a very small handful of crystals. I don't want to impact my supply too heavily.
Mm-hmm. He's like, interesting, excellent, excellent.
Now, I wouldn't
back
fire
in-
this in town.
Come back in 3 days and see if you enjoy what I've been able to do with what you've provided me. And here's the flask for you, sir.
Okay.
Alright, so Yonovan marks the gun off his list, as well as a few of the crystals, and heads back out. with a flask. The flask will require you to attune with it
Okay.
before you're able to actually properly use it.
Okay.
It's a semi-sentient item, essentially, that you have to give commands, and it, processes ore, as you saw.
Well, it sounds like it's time to get off here.
Indeed, I was about to say. And so, unfortunately, you were unable to find the girl, but you had a number of distractions today,
We did.
and a few interesting acquisitions. So, before we bid adieu, is there any final tasks or thoughts from anyone?
I'm good.
Okay. Cookie,
We'll
you
never
wanna-
get anything done.
Cookie, you want to roll one last perception check, and we'll see.
Sure.
Maybe we can pick up here next week. What does that make?
12.
Okay. So it'll take you a few hours, but after you guys search around a while, you find a food stand with a certain individual sitting next to someone and having a meal. So we'll pick there up next week, where you finally, after quite a few hours of searching this grounds, have acquired the person you are seeking. Alright, gentlemen, mark down your prizes and we will see you all next week, and we'll
All right.
be there.
Thank you.
Okay.